Hey guys, how's it going? Good to see you guys this evening. I'm gonna go. Poor we the people. I'm gonna go up here and see who's. It's really not funny, brother. I understand. See who's in here this evening. Got Joe Morgan, Sue Peters, we the people prepping. Good to see you guys. Mam's Legacy. Good to see you. True American Loretta. I hope you're feeling better. Good to see you. Carrie Lunsford. Hello. Good to see you. Um, Reverend Orville Gregory, good to see you, brother. Glad you're here, man. Uh, Independent Marines in here. Good to see you. Horrible week, man. I feel you, bub. I mean, I'm sure it's different reasons than yours, but man, it's been nothing but nasty and cold and rainy here. Just depressing. Chris Pyatt, good to see you. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Except for obviously we the people prepping. He's having a rough week. But I'm going to get right to it, guys. I've got somebody waiting backstage. At some point in time, I'm sure you've all chatted with him in here. He don't have a channel, nothing like that, but he's he's the main part of the surprise that we're wanting to get together and spring on you guys. But I'll go ahead and bring him in here. Mr. Independent Marine 3522. How's it going, brother?
Oh, pretty good. How's everybody doing today?
Looks like everybody's doing decent. We got quite a few people in here. Stars Prepper, Penny D, hello. Good to see you guys. Klingon, good to see you. Richard Christopher, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sherry Leach, good to see you. Well, I'll go ahead and just, it's not a giveaway. So if you want to leave now, I understand. No, I'm kidding, guys. John Doe, good to see you. John Boy Prep On, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Flow Grown Homesteader, good to see you. Mama Tech Tard, oh my gosh. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Mama Tech Tard, that's Tech Tard Prepared. That's his wife. Klingon wants to know if I'm giving away independent. That still sounds like a pickup line in an off-base bar. All right. So you want to tell them? I mean, this is all about.
Well,
I mean, you're the one that's going to make it happen.
well, we've been talking about a place to kind of meet and greet, weekend getaway. Down at my bug out property, I've got like a base camp set up. It's about roughly close to an acre flat ground. It's got a fairly decent creek. It runs all the way around it. It's not way out into the middle of nowhere. There is a couple of neighbors, but everything seems to be pretty quiet. And for tents and whatever like that, it would be perfect if anybody would like to come. We figured there's a
beautiful, beautiful property.
Yeah. I figure about 10, 15 campsites where everybody's not crowded up and you can kind of congregate around and do what you want. We'll have a little bit of solar power. I'm working on privacy fence is the key thing because I do have a bit of road frontage. Going to have to deal with something on as far as either porta potties or if I can get a septic of some kind put in by October. But I think it would be a good experience for everybody. Get a meet and greet, trade secrets, whatever.
And there's also a lot of campgrounds
There's
around.
campgrounds around.
Um,
It's sitting in Bassett, Virginia. You can look it up. There's a state park up the road within about 10 miles called Ferrystone State Park. It sits on Philpott Dam, and there's some campgrounds around it that are set up with the Corps of Engineers, and they do a pretty good job. A lot better than it was when I was growing up and used to go there. So they have power and all like that. You can look them up if that's where you want to try to do, and the property's very close, and we'll have place for parking and everything else.
yeah, Rev, he said Bassett, Virginia, right?
Bassett. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're gonna have to come up with some way, because the space at the location is limited, and we're not just gonna. We'll do some way like a randomizer, something like that, to pick who gets to stay right there at the property. Right? Is that what we kind of like what we're going to do, or?
Yeah, I mean, people that need extra needs more of an electricity, it might be better for them to try the campgrounds. But I mean, I'll try to get what I can in there. Just
right.
You don't want to be right over top of somebody. So I've got set out right now between 10 and 15 sites that run around the creek. I have like I say, the creek runs down the left side and curves around, and it comes back on the other side and goes through a bridge. And there's across the creek on the right hand side, you could put some very small tents. You might have to dig a little bit into the bank. It depends on how adventurous you are.
Nah, not that adventurous.
Yeah. In the area where I was checking, because I was figuring on like at least 6-man tents, which is 3 to 4 people. And I've got like 3 big walnut trees in there. Hopefully they'll already be, walnuts will be gone, and that will be 3 more sites right there. And then you could put a few in the middle. Once I get the fence up, we can just park alongside the fence, and then we'll be out everybody's way. And it's an easy in and easy out. There's gas stations up the road within 5 minutes. There's a Dollar General practically at the end of the road that I live on. There's a Family Dollar just below it. And there's a little bit of everything around there. There's some towns nearby. You got Stanley Town behind me. It's an 8-minute drive. You got Food Line, whatever you want to do there. So you're not completely up in the woods. Now, if you want to walk up into the woods, I can hook you up there too. But yeah. You better be in good shape.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Tech Tart had asked if there's trees for hammocks. I mean, there'd be places to hang hammocks, wouldn't there?
If you want to in October, I can find some. I can find a couple of trees. Yeah, there's some trees around there.
Rev just asked too. I forgot to even say that. We're looking at October 16th, 17th, and 18th. 15th, 16th, 17th, whatever that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. You're coming long distance. You're welcome to come in a few days, whatever. I'll probably be down there that week anyway. So,
Reverend Orville Gregory says he's 15 minutes from you.
Really?
That's awesome. That means you better be there, bub.
I'll be there.
No, I meant Rev.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Coral said Tribe is doing one of these too. I did not know that.
No.
I had no idea. Oh, we got some more people that came in. Hold on a second. I try to tell everybody hi. Don Bellman, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Coral Tigger, Jeep Girl, good to see you guys. Big German Prepared, good to see you. VW08, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hava, good to see you. Karen Miner, good to see you. Tick-Hearted Prepper, good to see you. Um, I think that's it. I think I'm caught back up. Mojo Man, good to see you, brother. Coral, do you know Chris Kaufman? Good to see you. Do you know when? Yeah, just totally lost my train of thought, guys. Tribe, when Tribe's going to be planning his. Hello, Leah. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. RSD Prepper. Good evening. Good to see you. Reverend Orville asked you, do you know Twin Poplar Lane?
No. I'm just still trying to learn the area down there. Like I said, we got in late buying the property last year, so I'm just now starting to explore now the lake and other areas around there. I used to go there when I was a little kid. That's all my family did was camp and
Right. Donald Kimball Jr., hello. Good to see you. There was one more. SJ, good to see you. Thanks for being here, guys. Coral said, Tribe just decided last night. Him and Native, Hillbilly, and Stetter are working on one. No date yet. Huh. I had no idea. Well, we've been, 3
yeah,
weeks?
we got them by a few weeks.
Yeah. There's a couple of us, and there's some here in chat. We've been working kind of behind the scenes, because, okay, let me give you a little backstory, y'all. Remember a few weeks ago, we were talking about meeting up and helping Cat Lady for the weekend because she's got so much stuff going on. Well, that's kind of fell to the wayside because she takes care of her parents, and her dad's kind of set against not having anybody come in on their land and stuff. And I get it. I understand that. I totally understand that. But we decided, if we was all going to do that, why don't we just do like a mock bug out? I mean, and for everybody that don't want to, necessarily bug out, that's something I need to know because, like, the people that want to actually like kind of bug out, for the weekend, like literally building fire by hand, and stuff like this. That's who would be down at Independence Place. And then, like you said, there's campgrounds that's not expensive. That's close, very close to there. That has shower houses, electricity, all that stuff. Because we understand, folks, if it's not a bug out situation, you don't want to go without amenities. I get that. But we're basically, that's what started all this. And like I said, there's a few here in the chat that knows what's going on. I'll probably make sure it's okay with them before I mention any of their names so they can kind of help get this set up. Because, I mean, even if it's just the 5 or 6 of us, I think we're still going to do it. Just because it'll be awesome. And I think
I'll be there.
I'll be there. Mandy will be there. My guitar will be there.
There you go.
Reverend,
I will try to put out a good sized fire pit in the middle somewhere there, and I'll bring in a bunch of pallets and stuff. We'll have a good bonfire.
That would be awesome. And I'm going to try. I think Mandy's on board. We're going to try to get there a couple of days early.
Yeah,
just to help you. I mean, because that's a lot of work to take on.
Really, it's for you to get relaxed. That's a long ride.
Oh man, I'm good, dude. I can drive all day. I love driving. But have you got? Well, we can talk about that later. Talking about plans, and we need to talk to the people here. Rev said, "Great fishing in the Smith, big trout, big."
Yeah, yeah. They used to stock fill pot with the trout. Now I've learned that I guess they're putting everything into the Smith River, trying to build it up. So and they put stripers in the lake, so that's why they didn't put trout. They'd eat them up. That's very good bait for them. So it's got stripers, catfish, walleye, crappie, pretty much everything.
Now, see, we could get. I mean, I know Tribe is up. He's like up northeast of you. But like Native and they're right there somewhere around you.
North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't like reached out to any other creators that's around that area. I'll probably do that, but I don't want I mean, there will be, of course, there's going to be some rules. Not like you know
Yeah.
rules, but there's going to be like we can sit back, drink some beer, have a couple
Yeah.
drinks, but nobody getting crazy, nobody basically nobody getting drunk, because
Yeah. Just be respectful for everybody else is there, and that's it.
and we are going to plan on trying to do some things like we'll have like a fire starting contest and
Yeah.
see who can do it. No great big prizes, just basically bragging rights on YouTube. um, but we'll try to plan out some stuff like that. Um, Basically, just a getaway for the weekend. I mean,
Hmm.
we call it a getaway, and I think we all need a break.
Yeah.
But it'll be roughing it, basically. I mean, if you got your little solar generators, bring them. Whatever stuff like that. Um, Independence working on the toilet situation.
Yeah.
If he because he plans on putting septic in there anyway, correct? Right?
Well, of a type. Yeah. I may
Yeah,
not have
but we
something.
may
I plan on moving a 32-foot motorhome in there, and then of course it's self-contained, and all I have to do is
right.
run me some type of septic through there. But I probably
But
won't go into a great expense right off unless we plan on
right,
using the property for more. So
right. But as for now, like we're gonna at least we know we're gonna you know whoever wants to help chip in, we'll at least have some porta potties there.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, like I said, there's not gonna at his property there won't be like modern like shower houses, nothing
Mm-mm.
like that. So if you want to be on and if you want to be on board with this and you want amenities, you'll have to book a campground up the
Yeah.
highway. But it's a very short drive. Everybody still be together all weekend. Just have to sleep up the road. um, Coral, that would be amazing. She said, "Rev, you better load up 6 shooter too. You, him, and Tommy can do music. That would be awesome."
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Tech Tarded Prepper said. Remember, he said he can come up early too and help.
Hmm. Well, it'd be great then. Yep.
I really um, I think it could really work, and we could all learn from the experience. We could all because everybody does stuff different, you know,
Hmm.
and not. I mean, it would be a vacation type, but a learning vacation. Just
Hmm.
get a little bitty taste of what it might feel like. Which anybody
Yeah.
that's primitive camped already knows. I'm no stranger to primitive camping. I love primitive camping. That don't bother me. I mean, we're not gonna show up and build our own homes out of sticks and logs and twine. And, I mean, we're going to be camping in tents. So it won't be like a bug out situation, but, just the starting fires and just different things, I just think it would be fun. Five Virgins Prepper, Papa, stay away from prune juice. Yeah, if you plan on going, no fruit juices and no Taco Bell
Mm. Mm.
or White Castle. We the people prepping said bring your own bucket. It's funny he says that because Mandy has it's a it's a 5 gallon bucket, but it's called a luggable loo, and it actually has a toilet, like a little toilet seat that closes on top, and you put like a trash bag with cat litter in it, so she never
I've
has to
got
do
like a big crate with a toilet mounted on it, and like one of the buckets that you'd use to wash your car,
Yeah,
and it fits down into it. That's what we use.
nice. Angie Morris, good to see you. Glad you're here. Scott NC, good to see you. Glad you're here. Papa Prepper, but who gets to spoon with native? I don't know. We might have to have a contest to determine the winner. I forfeit. Just saying. I mean, he's a good looking man, but he ain't my kind of pretty. So, well, I'm kind of just scrolling over here trying to catch up. You want to tell us like your prepping background and tell them about the
Well,
history of that home, dude? I thought that was
the
cool.
home, this home,
Yeah, I thought that was cool,
uh,
man.
well, when we first bought it, it was built in 1932. It never had plumbing. It never had indoor bathroom, shower. You had a cistern room. Then that's how you drew your water. You took your bucket, you went into the cistern, and you dipped it out, and that's how they lived at that time. There's no studding in the house. It's solid wood. So anytime you tried to build or replace a door, everything's off because they made it from scratch and by hand. Um, it literally was built into the side of the bank. So you didn't have much of a yard. There was no level spot on it. Um, I ended up used equipment from the work that I had and dug it back out and leveled the whole property where you had a yard and all like that. It took me about 2 years, and then it used to be a landmark here. It used to be a store at the end of it. Um, and most of the locals remember either been to the store or were born in the house. I've had people come up, older guys than me, and come up and was, looking around the property, and I'd go up and say, "Are you lost?" More or less. Oh, I was just looking at what you done here. He says, I was born here. I said, "What?" And one guy said, "Yeah, I was born in that cistern." I said, "You was?" And he said, "Well, my mother went out to get water, and she was about ready to give and go in labor, and I was born in that cistern." Nice
Wow.
guy,
And
but
see, that's the difference between us and them. I mean, look
yeah,
at that
yeah,
woman, ready to drop a baby and still out carrying, drinking water. And
yeah.
I mean, people like that's what we've all said. I think in the chat, we've become this whole just the last, well, this one and the last one's kind of the last generation wasn't as spoiled, but once you got like to us and then our kids,
Oh yeah.
there's no saving our children. I don't think. Well, from the being spoiled part.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't mean to interrupt. But
That's all right. That was pretty much for that one. I mean, um, said I've worked for since I was 14. When I was a little kid, you went out and you got a job at one of the farms, and you loaded hay up into the barns, and they paid you a wage per day. And from 14 to 15, I took care of horses. Um,
I've
I
done
used
that.
to have to walked at first, and then I could afford a bicycle, and then I rode my bicycle, and I went and I had 3 horses that I had to take care of. I could ride them anytime I wanted. Sometimes I would grab. I had like a little pup tent and a little pack, and I'd grab one of the horses, and the people were real nice that had the property, and I'd go ride down into their property, find me a creek, camp out for the weekend, ride the horses. And later on, I took care of some more horses on down from there, and helped the guy out in the farm there for a good bit. And then I ended up got a job with a local grocery store place. So I pretty much stocked shelves. He had a little laundromat. I would take care of it. He had a little rental store back when you used to actually rent push mowers. And
Really?
help the guy, yeah, and help the guy out there. And then he had like 5 greenhouses. I'd help out in the greenhouses, and that's basically how I learned to plant little crops and stuff.
That's awesome,
And
man.
And he would try to keep me around as much as he could in the winter. And then after that, uh, I had my own lawnmower business where I had several people. I would mow their yards on Saturday when I wasn't working with him. And that's how I made my way until I went into the military. And 7 years there, and I ended up most of that sleeping in a tent somewhere, some country.
And before we even went on air, I meant to tell you thank you for your service. I try to,
Well,
I make sure to tell everybody, that I come across, especially on here, that, thank you. There's some of us that still appreciate it.
But, yeah, I mean, I was stationed in D.C. around that area for the last 3 years. And then I finally got out, got a couple jobs because that's what I was. That was the 3522 part of my ID was I was a mechanic. I used to be at that time the commandant of the Marine Corps. I was his personal mechanic. So I'd go to the Pentagon, pick his car up, come back, service it, and drive it back to the Pentagon. And that's the way I did it. There I got out, did some car dealerships, and then came back home. And I became a over-the-road forklift mechanic. So I spent about 10 years of that one, the first place, over the road, working on stuff. Then 2 other companies, same thing, over the road. And then for the last 15 years, I was a over-road equipment mechanic for a large rental company that I can't say because of my non-disclosure agreement.
Right.
For a year. So now I'm retired. But this property here, about 6 years ago, the highway department decided they wanted to improve the road. So they ended up, did an eminent domain on part of my property and ended up sued them and got a big settlement a fair settlement out of them. That's how we got the property down in Bassett. We took the money from that and said, well, it's so much of trouble to do anything here. We'll just find a retirement place. That was our goal at the time. That's about where I'm at this time. we want to try it. I'm going to do some hunting down there. And then hopefully put a cabin in.
You're going to take me bear hunting, ain't you?
We can do it. Like I said, one of the local guys, he happened to come over one day. He seen me over there working on the property and started talking to me. And he was actually a surveyor. And his thing was it was a ATV trail that went up past his property. And he was wondering if I was one of them that was riding through there. I said, no. I said, somebody's got one through mine too. So we got just shooting the breeze. And he says, I'm going to tell you right now, you be careful over here. He says, we got some mighty big bear that come through here. So I said, okay, I'll keep that one in mind. Nice. They said the deer were right popular, but being that there's not a lot of fields that they don't get, of course, I've got acorns and hickory nuts and everything else they're eating, but they don't have the pasture. But I have woke up and gone outside and see 2 or 3 deer sitting out there in the middle of the field eating right near where I was camping at. So,
yeah, the deer here.
Yeah, they're not very big, but
yeah, the deer here are huge. Well, not compared to I never really knew why everybody from the South came up this way to Indiana to hunt. I never put 2 and 2 together.
Bigger deer.
Oh, much bigger. We got the big corn-fed, soybean-fed, just big, bulky deer because my nephew, I talked to him a couple months ago, and he's a big hunter. And he said, the average, a big buck down there is 140, 150. I know. That ain't no buck, son. No. But he's from Indiana originally, so he knows, you can't really throw a rock around here without hitting a deer. unless it's hunting season. Then they just
Yeah, then you won't see them. We got them up here just on the road. They're kamikaze deer. They done taken out a bunch of cars.
yeah.
We're getting attacked here right now with a bunch of bear getting into the trash. They have no other place to go. So in spring, they're looking for something to eat. They got their cubs.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I've got does and 6-pointers and 8-pointers that come out right behind me in this window. I've had them actually be sitting here watching TV and they'd be looking in the windows. When my brother-in-law was alive, he was sitting in his room and I heard him holler out the window. I thought he done fell or hurt himself. And I come in there. He says, man, he says, there was a buck sitting here staring at me watching the TV.
There's a guy that lives up the road here from me. He comes over and visits me and my mother-in-law sometimes, and he has deer that comes right up out of the woods. Mm-hmm. He says, I swear they're watching my TV.
They are. I've seen them looking and watching it. And it's like, catch them on the
I'm way behind here, but Rev asked, where did you move from here? Where did you move here from, Independent?
I was born in Roanoke, Virginia. Then after I got out of the military, my father had a trailer in Hardy, Virginia. So we were taking care of that. He would go off through the summer and he would just, camp and take off. He was retired and enjoyed himself. So we watched the place there. And then we moved to a place, Craig County. I had about 25 acre farm there. It was bordered the National Forest. And when we got it was back when Bush Sr. was the president. And with his no new taxes, I went bankrupt. We lost everything. I had horses and we had to tractor, everything. I lost everything. So we come back to Hardy for a little while, and then we moved down here to Radford, Virginia. The guy I was working with had a house. His father had a house here, and we rented from him. And then a few years later, we come across this place, which I'd been looking at this place for probably 10 years. It was just in my the road that I would have to drive from down here to back to Smith Mountain Lake every day. And I'd always seen this house and said, well, I could do this and I could do that if I had this place. So one day we were trying to find some property around on Clater Lake down here. And we come across this place here. The guy was from a truck driver in Georgia, and it was part of an estate, and he was trying to unload it really bad. And he worked with us, got us the financing. The rent that we paid here, he took 90% of the rent that we got from here and put it into the account for down payment. So he
awesome.
Really, really helped me. So, and then been here ever since. But originally Roanoke, Virginia.
Hold on just a second, man. I'm trying to scroll back up through here. I've missed something.
Jeep Girl. Yes, we have coyotes, bobcats here too. Don't have the wild pigs, thank goodness.
Hey, Ugly Prepper, good to see you. Five Virgin Prepper, thanks for being here. Jeep Girl, I did not see about Cat Lady. What's going on? Joe said, yeah, he lost everything during those years and was homeless at one point.
Well, we had to buy the place when the interest rates were way high as it was. And we went, me and another guy from the military went in on the place. And I was lucky enough to hold on to my job, but the hours wasn't there, and he was losing job very quick. He was at companies folding left and right at the time.
Oh no. How bad was it, Jeep Girl? Like, is she okay? That woman cannot get a break, man.
She don't.
That
I don't see
woman,
how she does it.
I don't either. I'm hoping literally she didn't fall asleep behind the wheel or something.
Yeah, because she's always on the go.
She is okay, but the side of her car is damaged. Her grandbaby came through surgery okay, but she is pretty shook up.
I bet.
Man, just one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's everybody keep Cat Lady in your prayers.
Yep.
Man.
Yep, she needs a break.
The coyotes I see here are the ones the cars take out. We see them along the roadside here every once in a while, but I mean it's nothing to see them broad daylight just running through the fields. I mean
Oh yeah,
they are bad here.
yeah. I think they got like I think it's a $50 bounty on them here still.
Oh, there's
But
all
we did actually have wolves come in last year.
really.
Yeah, I sat out here on the porch and it sounded like he was in the desert in California howling there. But they wouldn't. My neighbors got a bunch of sheep, but they didn't get the sheep. They were after the cats. So,
That's yeah. They're this end of town used to be just overran with feral
I've got a few here.
cats. I mean, and then here it was probably the middle of the year last year, probably midsummer. Um, I don't know what had happened in the woods, but the coyotes were. I mean, people were posting on Facebook and stuff, just pictures coyotes two or three at a time, just walking right up First, Second Street, and
Yeah.
then you noticed all the cats started disappearing. Then people's free range chickens started disappearing.
Yep. Chickens.
There's very few cats around here, and there's no free roam chickens anymore. None.
We've got a few down here that's got free range chickens, and guineas. The guineas are the ones I don't like. They're the ones that like to play out in the road when you're trying to go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's a battle between them and the deer jumping out in front of you.
You got to have a license to hunt yotes here, Joe, but it should be kill on site. As many farmers as we got around here. But and like on the weekends, I can go out and go to Brownstown, and then coyote hunters, they have the signs on the side of the truck. They'll just be lined up down through the bottoms, down here where it floods. There's like little oasis of woods, like out in the middle of the cornfields. And you can see 5 or 6 of them coyote hunters just walking around the fields. So I don't see how they don't shoot each other.
Yeah, I think they get a special permit up here. He's got 80 acres right across from me, so and a lot of sheep. I got sheep on one side. I got cattle farms beside him. I got cattle on the horses behind me.
Do you care if I put some pictures of your land in my next compilation?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
No, that's kind of what I seen. I sent them for. I mean, I can send you some more stuff as we go.
Okay. Because yeah, man, I think that land is beautiful.
I appreciate it.
I'm all out of bubble. I'm all out of bubble gum. Sent me some pictures of his place. He lives in West Virginia. Man, yeah. It is. Oh, it's beautiful. I love West Virginia. Love it. I mean, there's some part of West Virginia that's not that great, like the coal mining towns and stuff like that. That's where my mama used to live, and we'd go see her every year. Man, it was dirty down there. I mean, not the way the people lived was dirty. It's just everything was dirty.
Coal towns.
Coal dust and dirt, and you couldn't have nothing nice outside.
Yeah, I had to work up there through the company I was with for 7 years out of Princeton. So I did all the the coal plants and stuff through that area up in there, and yeah, it can get rough. But when you come to the southern part of it, it's beautiful back here. It's beautiful.
Big German Prepared said, think we got rats in the White House.
Yeah.
Rev says, it's chickens everywhere in Bassett. Flowgrown said, the coyotes, bobcats, and pigs all go through our yard headed to the swamp. We got bobcats. They were almost extinct out of Indiana, but they've made a comeback. We usually see a couple a year now. There's some that live in the woods right down the highway from here.
Every once, like last year, you could hear one way off, but I've never had, other than deer come in and squirrels come into that area there. I have found the bear prints though, and they are pretty good size.
Kaufman says, storm rolling in, Papa Prepper. That's my brother-in-law. He lives up north a little bit from me. It's supposed to rain here all day, but it's kind of held off. Tommy, they come right up to our house windows nightly here. That's Coral Tigger. And she lives west of me about 40, 45 miles, roughly.
Yeah, Scott said that he worked out of Beckley. Yeah, we had a store that was in Beckley, and sometimes I'd have to go help them out in some of the coal plants.
The two places where she lived was Beckley and Welch. Welch. Was dirty town.
Welch was my territory.
She finally moved back to Indiana. Probably, I'd say I was, I don't know, 20. So I can't remember. But we made several trips to West Virginia. That was when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was Welch for a lot. The many jobs up in there. That's where they built the prison too. I got involved with toward the end of it, and then a place not too far from there called Cucumber. And I spent a lot of time in Cucumber because that's what I worked on. The rental equipment, like you go job sites, the big booms, light plants and generators, the dozers and backhoes and skid loaders and all like that. That's what I worked on.
That's awesome. Papa Prepper, they are so hated here. I was at the range one time, saw a pack of them by the road. I turned off on to shoot. I could stop the truck, grab the rifle, and open up on them. No license needed. Needs to be like that here.
Yeah.
We usually like the farmers and stuff. They see them, they just pop them and get rid of them. Nobody's going to find out. They say everything is bigger in Texas, but we have the bigger mosquitoes.
That's one thing down there I noticed, that the mosquitoes aren't very bad at all. It's more the flies and moths that annoy me down there. But really the mosquitoes. Of course, right now the ticks.
We haven't got ticks here yet this year bad. I found a couple, but it's not too bad yet this year.
I think my count was 8 for last week, and I was out into the weeds looking around, and and weed eating. So that's better than what it was last year. They about carried us away last year. But with keeping this ground down, the grass down, a lot better.
Do you guys have a lot of possums there?
Oh yeah, even from here at the homestead.
Yeah. They're bad here. Man, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they come in here and eat all the cat food up. Or dog food if you got it out there. Yeah.
Hey, cat lady, good to see you.
And raccoons, big raccoons.
Oh, we got
raccoons.
Good to see you, cat lady. I hope you're doing okay. Yep. I'm glad the grandbaby's okay. Ruben D, good to see you.
And hi, Cat Lady. We finally meet. Sort of.
Yeah, there's been a couple people that says, good to see what independent Marine looks like. Put a face with a name.
Got you fooled, didn't you? Y'all probably thought I looked like, what was it, Lee Emery? Nope. I'm the shorter version.
Big German, it's the little ticks that scare me. Absolutely, man. We
Yeah.
got the little turkey ticks here. Man, they're just, you can barely see them. They're just a little
Seed ticks.
Huh?
Seed
Yep.
ticks. That's what we call them. Yeah, they're so hard to find. It's like this here's going to have to come off here in another month just to make sure. Yeah.
Papa, forgot to tell you, I'm going to be out towards Brownstown Saturday. Aunt's 100th birthday. Wow. That's awesome.
Man.
Tell her we all said happy birthday. If she lives in well, I don't know any 100-year-old ladies. I was going to say if she lives in Brownstown or close, I might know her, but yes, Carrie, the cicadas are coming soon. It should be, I think they said for this area, the 21st of May, I believe, is when they are expected to start poking their heads out. I'm not looking forward to that.
No, that's the thing down there. There's a lot of locust trees, and that's what the first ones they pick is the locust.
Scott said recruited in that area for the Army. Love all branches. Absolutely, Scott. Hey, Homestead Homeboy. Good to see you, brother. You've been hiding. Possums eat more ticks than anything. Dig annoying little holes, but other than that, they never have trouble with them. As long as you keep
that's what I've been told.
As long as you keep your trash in cans and keep lids on it and everything. And I mean, possums really don't bother nothing. They just don't know how to stay out of the road. I mean, they're
well, the ones here have done gotten so big because now even the raccoons are enormous. And that's what they've learned to do now is because everybody's moving into their area. All they do is just come around your house and get into your bags of trash and the trash cans and all like that. And that's how they eat. And they just go from one house to another. They don't even forage no more. And now the bears are starting to pick it up and they're doing it. And can't blame them, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's not their fault. They're being forced out. I mean,
but I never knowed about that for the longest time about the possums because we usually just take care of them. They get out there into the pet food and stuff. But now I kind of just shoo them off.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things like people post on Facebook or whatever where it's like, we're just trying to live too. Don't be mean to us. Now I feel like a jerk. And they'll tear you up too. If they get a hold of you, they will shred you. Of course you do, Cat Lady. She has 4 pet possums. That does not surprise me at all. Where independent located in general? Ruben D hasn't been in here the whole time.
All right. As far as my homestead, it's right outside of Pulaski, Virginia. It's called Hiwassee.
Hiwassee. That's a cool name. Flowgrown says raccoons have done more damage to our chickens than all the other animals put together.
Yeah.
I doubt that a bit. And they're smart, man. Coons are smart.
They're worse than the foxes, matter of fact.
Because in a way, coons, I mean, they almost have hands. They can, watch it. They manipulate stuff just like they have hands.
Yeah, a fox will look for a hole, but a raccoon, it knows how to open any kind of gap.
Cat
Lady very smart.
Cat Lady says she ran off 7 foxes today.
Mm.
So, everybody that's in here, what do you guys think of our idea? Is there anybody that would definitely be down to do it and know that you could definitely have the time to do it? And because we're going to try to get a pretty good count of,
Mm-hmm.
we need to have a really good count actually of um, how many people can kind of definitely dedicate themselves to doing it. I mean, I understand that's very hard to do with times being the way they are, but I mean, we got to have some kind of head count. Awkward silence. Hey, Mrs. Papa Prepper. Good to see you. She's in Virginia right now.
Yeah, she's hanging out at the beach, ain't she?
Yeah. Well, I doubt she's hanging out at the beach, but yeah, she's at Virginia Beach. Karen, we're looking at. Hold on, I'll look. I got a rough idea, but I can't remember exactly. Okay, it'd be the 15th, 16th, and 17th of October. And we're thinking about October because any other time, like from here on, it's going to be just really too hot to even, you know, try to have fun. But October, it'd be cooling down enough to where it would still be warm enough at night to camp. Flowgrown said, "Sorry, brother, it's just too far for me." And man, I get it. And it's not going to be the only one. You know, we're going to try to do like,
Yep.
we're thinking like one a year, you know, like next time go a little bit farther south or go to the east, go to the, west. We're going to try to do more than just one. But since Independent was good enough to offer up his spot for, just a kind of a trial run, Tech-Tarded Prepper said he's in. Stars Prepper put a 1. I don't know if that means they're in or not. Homestead Homeboy just got here. Big German said, "Do what?" Mrs. Papa Prepper, I'm at the room and safe now and able to watch you. I miss you bunches. I miss you too, babe. I hope you're having a decent time. Hey, Widgets World. Good to see you. Okay, we'll check hubby's schedule and see if he's off that weekend. Awesome. Just let us know. I want to be in the count, so 1. Okay, Stars is on board. I need to write this down instead of just sitting here like an idiot. And see if I can keep track of my notes this time. So, Stars, Tech. I'm going to put Karen, I'm going to put you down with a question mark. Ruben, is that a heck yeah? Like, heck yeah, I'll put you down? Yeah, Joe, I know, man. Like I said, we're going to try to do one a year. And obviously one year we'll come out towards the west, and maybe we can do that one. Okay, Big German, I'll put you down with a question mark too. Just let me know. Star said they have an RV, so they'll find a camp place close. Cat Lady says, count me in. Um, Homestead Homeboys in. I guess I could go back and watch this after we're done instead of taking up your time. Just got back from Home Goods. I don't know what I'm going to do. LOL. I need an extra bag, I guess. You best not be down there shopping and not be able to bring it back. Coral said Rev and 6-shooter would definitely come.
That sounds good.
I hope to see at least 3 hour show of The Gathering. Oh, there'll be a lot of footage, I'm sure. Would love to, but I have something to put me down with a question mark. I should be able to confirm in a few weeks as to yes or no. Gotcha, Angie. That would be cool, Dawn. Thank you. She said, let me check with John. If it's okay, I can make a post on the Prepper Nation Facebook group.
Yeah, John's pretty close.
It'd be cool if John would go. That'd be awesome. Five Virgins Prepper says, I have too many critters and no one to watch them. I got lucky there. My good friends live just 2 streets over, and they're all about chickens and they know how to take care of them and stuff. So, plus my kid will be home. So, man, she got hit at the gas pump.
Mm.
Whew, got lucky. She said, it scared me so bad, grabbed a baby out of the car and my goat in one hand. I was holding both. A goat and a baby. Bless your heart. Big German, who's bringing the alcohol? It's BYOB.
Yeah, bring your own.
It's okay, Angie. I deciphered it. But no, like we were saying earlier, drinking's fine as long as it's like not out of control.
Yeah. Just be respectful of everybody else.
Yep. Okay, cat lady. 5 says I have renegade rabbits. Excuse me. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 yeses. So that's to figure out, like I said, space is limited at the actual bug out property, but there are campsites, campgrounds, lakes, nice places very close. So we'll have to come up with a way, like I said, a raffle, or you know, people that's actually wanting to do primitive. Put them in a drawing and just let the randomizer picks who gets to stay at the campground, at the bug out place, or something like that. I want to be fair as possible about it.
Like I say, there's a couple places across the creek. I mean, if you got a small tent and you want to be away, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
6 is fine so far that you're looking at. Not a problem at all.
Right. Nikita Opt, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. cat Lady's bringing me turkeys and chicks. I don't know. Let me talk to Mama about that, cat lady. That's a long drive with some turkeys and chicks in the car. I don't guess by chance anybody's changed their mind, have they, cat lady? Because that's how all this started. Is we wanted all to come help cat lady. There's a question for you. Does the campground have cannons?
Talking about the state park does. I think there's probably some cabins around nearby for rent.
Oh, cabins. Okay.
Cabins.
Like, what's cannons?
Yeah, the state park does.
Mrs. Poppaprepper said she's going.
Now, I did find out on the cabins, bring your stuff. Bring all whatever you need. It used to be they've supplied the bedding, the pots, pans, everything. With this going on, they had on there when I was checking on it that you need to bring everything.
Okay. Cat lady says she's still begging her dad. He said give him a little time, but he's thinking hard on it. It came through, cat lady. Loretta says she wishes she could be there. Thank you, Maureen. We'll see if the border opens up. She's up in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
That would
long.
be great. Yeah, that's a.
I was talking to Sean. He said it's about a. I can't remember what he said now, like an 18-hour drive. He said if it's open, he just might be there. No, it's fine, cat lady. You ain't got nothing to apologize about. Is there a place to park an RV when we come to see everyone? We can camp elsewhere for tent room.
How big an RV?
Widgets World said I'd be driving from Utah and we'll need to see if I can arrange it. Wow.
Hmm.
Sherry says not a problem to drive it with two drivers. Five says I have the land for tents and some trailer parking, but no amenity. Cat lady said to get away. Heck, I'll sleep in my car. I bet. Widgets World, what size? Not World. I'm sorry. Stars. What size RV do you guys have? Sammy J. I can't commit until way closer to the time. It all depends on husband's health. That's understandable. Just let us know. I'm like, what? I had to ask the hubby. He said 32 feet.
That's as big as my motorhome. Um, what? They were going to just to park it and bring a tent. I believe in Stanleytown, I seen a RV park right there. Or you got the state park, and they got the hookups and any of them really. I think even the ones at the Corps and engineers. I think that's what the main thing they're doing now is expanding them for the bigger RVs, and they're mostly pull-in sites, and they're a lot cheaper.
Hey, Gardener Josh. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, if it all works out, I think it'd be a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that creek it runs, there any fish in it, like anything sizable?
No, and
No.
I've seen some minnows and stuff like that. I would like to stock it one of these days if I can keep them in there. Crawdads and turtles. That's about all I've seen in there.
Hey, those are edible.
Yeah. Oh, they're about like that. Yeah. Good sized crawdads.
Tiny Titan says she wishes she could come, but she lives in Oregon. Wow.
Mm.
Well, that's just what we're driving. So thinking just to come. Hold on, let me blow that up a little bit. Well, that's just where what we're driving. So thinking just to come to your property for the day. If you had a space big enough, then we would leave and camp elsewhere. Does that sound right?
It could be possible.
My RV is set up at the beach, heading there tomorrow. Well, that must be rough.
Mm.
I need some beach in my life, I believe. Whew. Welcome back, Richard Christopher. You can see the chat and everything.
Yeah, but the delay.
Okay, well, I gotta take an Arkansas real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, you can. All right. So, how was everybody doing tonight? Hi, Loretta. I seen Klingon saying about don't know how to set traps. There's a few I can set. It's been a while. Yep, Don, it is nice to see you where you can put a face to the name. And Scott want to know where I live. Uh, I live in Hiwassee, Virginia. It's right outside of Pulaski. Flow Grown Homestead. Yes, I went through Paris Island for boot camp.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Some things just can't wait. All right. What a miss.
They were more just pumping me for information about myself, I guess.
Ah. Hey, Jim. Good to see you, man. Somebody, I'm looking back here. I seen it right before I left for a minute. Um, Said something about inviting Bear Independent so he could come and train us all in trauma med, but I really don't know if Bear would do that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's probably one of my weakest points too. I mean, they teach you some of the basic stuff in the military, but other than that, no.
No, they was talking about Bear Independent. Come teach us.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I could try, but I don't know.
And he's a ways out too, isn't
Yeah, I think he's in Oklahoma.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jeep Girl. Bear charges for all of his teaching. I mean, Jim S., bring me up to speed, brother. I just finished that first Revelation study with Bigfoot Prepper. Um, Basically, whew, that means we got to start from the beginning. um, Independent has been nice enough. He has. We're trying to get a bug out, like a mock bug out slash camping trip together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got the space for 10 to 15 6-man tent, about that size. But there's also other campgrounds and lakes and parks around him that where that would have shower houses, electricity, stuff like that. Because at Marine Spot, you know, the most we're going to have most likely is a porta potty, and some solar energy, whatever whatever you got, bring it kind of deal. And but just it'll be October. What did I say earlier?
8th, 15th, 16th, 17th.
Yeah, that sounds right. Double check. Yep, 15th, 16th, 17th of October. And anything more than that, just email me and I'll get back with you, fill you in on the rest. Let's see. Hey, Tech, that's true. Um, Tech has since retired, but he is an RN, so he could help with training, some medical training. That would be cool. I think that's what he's talking about. Like he could help with.
That would be good.
Joe says I can do basic stuff, but I'm no surgeon. I can do like basic first aid, stuff like that,
Yeah.
CPR. But I mean, I'm by no means certified to teach it. Nor would I want to be responsible for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You wouldn't want me stitching you up.
I mean, I'm sure I could stitch you up, but
it won't look pretty.
it's going to be an interesting scar story. I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you that. Five Virgins Prepper says he has 50 years as a herbalist. That's cool. That'd be awesome.
That'll help.
Share. That would be
Yes.
awesome.
There's a bit of wild edibles and stuff around there. Some of them I don't even know. So that would come in handy for sure. Because I've seen a lot around there, but
I
a
forgot.
lot of it I don't want to practice on.
Cat lady, she's an RN too. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, flight tech nurse, LPN.
That would be good.
That's where I'm at. I'm right there with you, Joe. Says he can do stuff like that and save someone's life. I just can't do like surgical stuff, and I care for wounds daily and feeding tubes too. Yep, I've done a lot of dressings and feeding tubes, but I mean I have no doubt I couldn't repair veins. I mean clearly, but I mean I could somebody slice their arm open or something, I could stitch that up, but. Hell, I've sewed myself shut before. 63 subs and my first troll on my first week. I feel special. That's cool, Jim. I mean, you're showing up on radar. You start getting trolls, buddy. Finally, freaking done for the week, says Prepper, or We the People Prepping. That's awesome. He made it through the week, man. He didn't kill nobody. He was feeling murderous earlier, remember?
Mm-hmm.
True American Loretta, there are fun plants for drinking, but there is a purpose for everything. Oh, he's done for the day. I'm sorry. I think I said week. My bad. He's still got Friday to go.
Maybe.
Cat Lady says, I'm telling a lot of people while Amazon has the stick gun for wounds is on sale. I bought 6 of them and staple removers.
Hmm.
We the People said he's still got to drive tomorrow.
Mm.
Be careful, brother. Try to keep your calm. I wonder how many, like in October, what's it look like down there? Like as far as wild edibles and stuff. Most of it's probably starting to die off, ain't it?
Yeah. It's still going to be a lot warmer down there than most of the places around here. So, uh, I really don't know. I didn't really look last time as much. Like I said, we got a late start at it, and we were pretty much cutting weeds and trying to clearing trails to really look around. The only thing was like the mushrooms. I was able to find a bunch of morels, but they'd already gone past their time by the time I got up in the woods. So that's why I knew I went out there Sunday trying to find them, but it was late in the day, and I went to the drier spot. Next week I'm gonna go to the near the creek in the back property and see what's going where it's a lot more damp
Yeah.
and see what happens there.
Hey, B&B home. Good to see you.
Um,
Good to see you sneak in here.
Now you'll find wintercress and chicory and probably some um, broadleaf dock, which is like a kale. It's good to eat. It was odd though. There was no dandelions in the field at all down there, not a one.
Huh.
And here where I live, I've got a dandelion farm in my yard,
That's the way it is here.
but it was odd that I didn't see a dandelion down there at all. It was a few little chicory patches and some wild onions or wild garlic, and then strawberries. I found a whole bunch of wild strawberries, and some of them don't look that wild from the leaves.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of keeping an eye on them and see what happens here in the next few weeks.
Everyone stay out of my way tomorrow or become pavement.
There you go.
Papa, I was sharing on Discord, Ozark strawberries are officially sold out in Bloomington.
Hmm.
Hey, Camper Prepping, good to see you. Now, something's going on here. Because we the people, um, okay, never mind. He said the wrong name. My bad. I thought he was talking to Mames. And it's like, I can't see Mames. Why can't I see Mames? But he, never mind. My bad. Where is your boy? Your boy is right behind. Well, he was. I don't know. He's probably out doing something he shouldn't be doing, Mama. There he is. Come here. Mommy wants to see you. All right, Goober. Well, okay. That's enough. You don't know when to stop. Hey, Flying Ryan. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I wish I could mow my grass. It's too wet.
Yeah, it is here. It rained last night pretty good.
And guys, Rural King still has plants for 99 cents. Very good to know. JC has a bunch for $1.99, I believe it was. Thank you, Joe. He's a big baby. Thank you, Sparky Drone. Yeah, about this time tomorrow, that dog will be a jerk because his mom's not here. He'll be trying to run off and
Yeah, mine are hating me right now because I throwed them out of the room. The one's not too bad. She'll lay down, but the other white and brown pit, she's just too hyper. She
right.
can't get her. It's real fidgety.
Cat lady. What is a Rural King? It's a big farm store, but they have um, everything you could possibly. I mean, they have clothes, anything you can use for a farm. Really, they chicks, turkeys, if you're lucky enough to find them.
Yeah, like Tractor Supply. Big
Oh
Tractor
yeah,
Supply.
we the people prepping. Yes, exactly like a big tractor supply company. Sorry, I just didn't scroll down far enough. Yes, Coral did tell me. Well, at least our Rural Kings around here usually have a good selection of freedom seeds. Not so much lately, but I did drop a video today about the prices are supposed to be coming down and they finally back up to demand, but they're expecting to go down even further. So if you're looking to buy bulk, give it a couple weeks, month, whatever, before you make a big purchase. Hey, Roman Prepper, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Says late work night, but just saying hello. Well, I appreciate that. Flying Ryan said, sounds like a Mills Fleet Farm. That must be another store. Do you guys have Rural Kings there?
Oh yeah. Now I don't know down there where the other property are. I would say so, but I've got one that's probably about 20-minute drive here. Yeah, we hit it pretty good. Then I've got a Tractor Supply that's even closer than that. It's right in town. But yeah, Rural King's the thing here. But yeah, right here lately though, no freedom seeds.
Mrs. Papa Prepper says, hi, buddy. Mommy misses you. I'll bring you a snack back. He said, okay. I'll have to get out and check it out, Coral. I might try to make a run Saturday. Said that theirs had a nice variety today, or currently. Yeah, says we have a Tractor Supply, no Rural King. Hey, Plumber, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Yes, Joe. Yes, he is. RSD Prepper said Tommy raining just started. Great. I am being good, Mrs. Papa Prepper. Hey, Mrs. Prep and Plumber, good to see you guys. Today, Anderson's Tractor Supply has chicks and ducks. Now, see, that's one we don't have. Anderson Tractor Supply.
We don't have that.
I never heard of that one.
Now we got Southern States, stuff like that. But they're pretty small.
Right. Well, plumbers, we're having a get together the 15th, 16th, and 17th of October over at Independent Marines Bug Out Spot. We're getting people together. And if you're not about primitive camping, there's plenty of government campgrounds and lakes and stuff around there if you guys want to partake in the weekend. Well, see, Big German is I got a P.O. box. Just saying, you can send me a bunch. I've always got room to store freedom seeds. Yep, it is raining. I can hear it. Yeah, I'll probably try to get out. I might go tomorrow evening or early Saturday morning, see if I can get out and find some. That ain't too far from us. I've talked to Independent Marine for a year or so. We will definitely try to make that. Awesome, man.
Yep. I'd like to see you show up.
I would too. And just FYI, Rev and Six Shooters both coming, and they're bringing their guitars and banjos. I would assume that's the plan. And I'm bringing a guitar. So you have to bring your guitar, plumber. Is Hillbilly home? Yeah. Hey, Hillbilly Homesteader. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. And Bulldog, good to see you. Oh, man, it's fine being late. You'll probably have to go back to the beginning, try to catch the whole thing. But just to fill you in on what's going on, we're having a prepper get together. Me and Independent here, and 3 or 4 of the other viewers have been working kind of behind the scenes on it for a few weeks now. And we told everybody tonight. Independent Marine has said we can use his bug out spot. There's room for 10 to 15 primitive campsites, like basic, like 6-man tents. By that time, we're going to try to have at least porta potties and stuff there. But if you want like running water, shower house, electricity, there are state parks, lakes, campgrounds really close to where he's at, with cabins or just, camping, whatever. But we just all want to get together and do just a weekend to kind of chill out, relax, forget about the rest of the world for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
You can drink. We just ask that nobody gets, completely like tore down. Just be respectful to everybody. Sitting back, having a couple mixed drinks, couple beers, whatever. Just don't get, crazy. And I'm going to Independent and I are going to figure out the best way, because we're taking like who would definitely want to do primitive camping.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do like a randomizer of everybody that actually wants to primitive camp at his bug out spot, and we'll probably pick those people that way. That's the only fair, transparent way I can think of to do it. And then everybody else that wants to come will have to stay, up the highway somewhere, but, drive down and hang out for the weekend, or, hang out all day and go wherever to sleep or sleep in your car. I mean, whatever you want to do, I guess. But I think it'd be a good time, a good learning experience. We're going to try to set up some contests, just whatever. Maybe make, who can build a fire the quickest, who can do whatever the quickest, no prizes or nothing, just bragging rights. Thank you, Don, for throwing up their channels. Cool, where at? I'm down. I'm in California, but I don't care. Any excuses to go on a road trip. He is it is by, let me see if I can remember, Mount Airy, Virginia, right?
Well, Bassett, which is about, I think, 45 minutes from there.
Okay, so it's Bassett, Virginia.
Excuse me. Near Martinsville.
Oh, I'm not doubting that, Mrs. Prep and Plumber. I'm sure you can handle y'all's whiskey. I'm just saying, Marine's fine with people drinking and stuff. Just know, we can hoot and holler, have a good time. Just nobody getting trashed and falling over people's tents and starting a ruckus, trying to fight people,
Mrs. Plumber, I'll probably be drinking a whiskey along with you.
Yeah, I don't do much beer anymore. I'll have a couple.
I don't.
Couple mixed drinks. That's about it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, Don. No getting sloppy.
Yeah.
If you get sloppy, do it in your own tent by yourself.
Yep.
Camper prepping. 17 years Army. I'm used to bivouac. Well, thank you very much, sir, for your services. I appreciate it. I know you guys don't hear that nearly as much as you deserve it. We thank you for your guys' service.
Yes.
Paul and Adrian just reported Russia's no longer pulling out. Not surprised. Hey, Sean, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. We're talking about the bug out that you're driving down for. Yeah, nobody likes sloppy hillbilly. Tex said he'll bring a jar of moonlight. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to check out this Russia situation when I get off here. I've been trying to steer clear of the news. I just feel like I don't know. It's almost like I feel better if I don't watch the news. You know what I mean? But then I get behind and people ask me what I think about it. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to do some looking into stuff. Sean says, "Hell yeah, I'm coming if I have to swim across the St. Lawrence with my B.O.B. on my back." That would be awesome, brother. I hope you do get to come, man. I really do hope you get to come.
And that's the thing. There's no TVs down there, so
that's fine with me, man.
Get away from the world for a while.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Me and Mama, we try to take a vacation every year. We try to for a week, and I think we're just going to kind of incorporate this. We're going to show up there, hang out, have a good weekend, and move on to. She said something about Myrtle Beach or maybe Virginia Beach or something to finish out our vacation. I don't know. We'll see when that time.
Far. Yeah. I'll tell you, like last week, the best thing I did was just sit out and with the creek running in front of me, and that's all you hear is the running of the creek and maybe the frogs or something like that. It's so peaceful. You can just sit out. I could just sit out there for hours.
I can too. I love just
The running
I just
creek.
love being out in the nature and woods. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
the sound of a running creek. Oh yeah.
I'd rather be out there than where I'm at right now.
What is your one fall of prepping? Uh,
Mine?
I we can both answer. I don't. I mean, I
Mm,
don't know. Like as in right now, I could use more freedom seeds. That's probably the one thing,
yeah,
and that's probably like nationwide. So I don't guess I'll count that one. Um,
a hard one to think. Mm, probably not stocking gas right now.
yeah, that is. Yeah, I have like no gasoline. I mean,
Well, a few months ago it was like $1.98, and now it's like 2.80.
ours. I think the close Brownstown is. I think it was 289 today.
Yeah, and it's going to
Yeah,
go
I'd
up.
say that's one thing is I have no gasoline stored up, stuff like
And
that.
that's my own fault of not doing it because I've got like a big 30-gallon tank. Plus, my motorhome, it holds 70 gallons. That would be nice to have had it pretty well full too right now. Because it's got an onboard generator, but it's gasoline. So, yeah, gas is probably my weakest point right now.
I'll be ending just here in a few minutes. We the people prepping. I appreciate that, brother. That's very considerate, man. I usually end by 9 o'clock, so I appreciate that. Um, all Americans need to be out of Russia by June 15th, or their visas expire. Oh wow. Thank you, Don. I will catch you later. Thank you for everything you do, and be safe out there. See you, SJ. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Be safe. Um, I thought there was Mojo Man. No getting tore up from the ground up. Damn, sounds like a lot of fun to me. I hope to be, man. Thank you, Papa Prepper and Independent Marine. Much love to everyone. Have a great evening. Well, thank you,
You too.
SJ.
Yep. Take
Appreciate
care.
Big German. Meet Roanoke, close to North Carolina border, right?
Well, Roanoke's where I was born at. It's an hour and a half from Roanoke to the property, coming down 220.
So it's south.
Martinsville Speedway is 20 minutes away. Martinsville Speedway. That's probably one of the best landmarks to go by.
Yeah, Mama actually answered that for me. I hadn't thought about. I mean, I knew that, but she said on the number one fail or whatever of prepping, I could definitely use more hand tools, like
Mm,
the old manual tools. I try to pick them up as I can, but you know. Oh, I guess the gas went up to 2.99 in Brownstown now.
yeah, it's going to be $3 no time.
We the people prepping, so his is 3.09.
And the worst thing is they don't aren't able to deliver it. How far from Tazewell, Virginia? Um, 2 hours if you're pretty quick. Tazewell from where I live. I live 54 miles from where I live now. So I have to come down Route 8, which has to go over top of Blue Ridge Mountain. So it takes an hour and a half from my home to get to the property. Tazewell, I have driven from my house to Tazewell in about an hour and 20 minutes. That helps.
Yes, Big German. I can always use 10 millimeter. I mean, I've got a decent amount, but I could always use more. 10 millimeter, 380, and 38s. Which the 380s were pretty good too. And the 38, I'm looking for somebody else. Widgets World said gas is 317 in northern Utah. Coral said her lacking is no target practice yet with Pew Pew, not enough freedom seed yet to spare. That's the truth.
Yeah. I got about 100 of nines, but
Green Thumb says gas is crazy up here. I dropped $200 on fuel 2 days ago. Generators and
I don't
tools
doubt it.
care of. I don't doubt it a bit. Well, it's getting to the point now. It's like $15 to mow my yard twice. Just filling up the rider a couple times.
Yeah, my little truck, it usually last year at $20, I could go down to the property and come back and still have gas. Now it's about $45 to do the same trip. It's crazy. Which still ain't bad, but
We the people prepping said diesel's ranging from 315 to 350 where I've been running. Diesel right down the road for me is about 315. That's where it's been for between 310 and 315 for I'd say a good 2 or 3 months. It hasn't budged.
Oh yeah.
And see back I had an 06 Duramax Chevy and I'd bought it because at the time is when diesel was running like $1.60, $1.65. I had that truck for 2 months. It shot up to almost $3 a gallon and ain't went back down since. And I mean, I got rid of the truck because I one problem right after another. But
oh yeah.
Papa, look at resale shops for old hand tools. I find tons of them there. That's usually what I hit now. It's yard sale season.
Yard sale.
Love yard sales, man. Love it.
Well, see down there, they used to have a lot of flea markets, but right now they're not having them, and that's where you find the deals.
Hey, New
they
York
had the thing like Floyd Fest up there in Floyd, Virginia, and Floyd Fest. It was pretty much the whole town was a flea market, and you could really find anything you want, from old antique stuff to tools, you name it. But they don't do it.
No,
they've shut down on that.
They've smashed all that stuff. Mm-hmm. See you later, Jeep Girl. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And God bless you. If you put the times to the amount of stable fuel in your 5-gallon cans, you're going to last you a very long time. Yeah, you definitely got to stabilize your fuel. There ain't no point in prepping it at all.
Yeah. Around here, we've got where there's the boat marinas, so they have real gas. You pay a little bit more, but then you don't need a stabilizer. And that's what we run in our weed eaters and chainsaws and generators here.
Diesel plus DEF have 06 diesel. I love my truck. DEF free. I loved my truck too, man. It was an '06 Silverado Duramax Allison transmission. Man, that thing would run, but I just kept having problems with it. Brake lines collapsing, and we was coming back from. You ever heard of the Ark down there in Kentucky, where they built the replica of Noah's Ark? It was. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's to scale. Everything is just. It's awesome. But we went down there and we was on our way home, and I'm doing probably 75, 80. We're on the interstate. The main belt broke. No power
Oh,
brake, no power steering. And I didn't say nothing. Man, he's like, what was that noise? And, she seen it too, something fly out the back of like under the side of the truck. Like, I don't know what that was. I knew exactly what it was. But I knew she would be frantic if she knew. Yeah. So I just kind of let off and just let it start coasting and got to I forget where we was at in Kentucky now. But got off there, and when that belt broke, it busted my fan, put a hole through the radiator. I mean, it was bad. We was stuck there overnight. It was like $1,400, and yeah, that week. And that was after trying to get the brakes figured out. We replaced everything under the sun in that truck as far as the brakes go. Kept collapsing brake lines. And I'd have to get out of the truck, take the wrench, let the pressure out, and then it'd brake just fine for 2 or 3 days, and then the brake line would collapse again. Like, yep, you're out of here. I'm done. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeep girl. I thought you was leaving. My bad. Okay, guys. I probably am going to go ahead and wrap this up because We the People Prepping has been nice enough to wait till we're done before he goes live. So, yeah, gasifier. Those things are awesome. I would love. Have you seen those? The pickups and stuff that run on wood stoves.
I've heard of them.
They're pretty bad.
Never
Man.
seen one.
It's cool.
That would be good, though.
You can YouTube it and watch them. Man. It's awesome.
That worked for me. I got plenty of wood to burn.
All right, guys. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so We the People can go on and we'll get off here and find me some supper somewhere. It's about that time. Marine, great to see you finally. And Papa, thank you. I'll call y'all Saturday or Sunday. Sounds good, cat lady.
All right.
Excellent. But until next time, and if you guys want about the gathering, just email me, whatever. Let me know what's going on. And absolutely right, Sean says grow food. Grow good food and keep your head on a swivel.
Yep.
Flo Grown says good to meet you, Marine.
Good to meet you. Good to meet everybody.
Sean said, Marine, good to put a face with the keystrokes in chat. All right, guys. Yep. I'm going to jump off here. Until next time, God bless each and every one of y'all. I love you guys. Papa Prepper out.